I don't really know much about the director outside of what I've seen of her on Pornhub. First off, guys, a great picture. That is the Sandlot. Just found this in a clamshell. I actually also just found it in a slipcase, but I'll do that in another video. I always thought this was a great one. It was like mid-90s-ish, wasn't it? Like 96 or something like that, guys? 93! Man, I didn't even think it was that old. But anyways, an all-around classic. Really cool to find this in a clamshell. Definitely a good flick. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely worth checking out if you like that kind of kids I like to say kids, like 80s movies, even though this one's like a 90s. Just a nice, heartfelt, whimsical kind of comedy. Definitely fun. Worth checking out for sure. Give it a look, guys. Next up, this one's a little older. Now, I remember, this is 1983, so 10 years previous to The Sandlot. I saw this in the theater as a really, really, really young child with my dad. And so for me, you know, we never saw a lot of movies together, my dad and I. But this is one that I always really remember going, and I remember the whole thing, you know, getting the popcorn and the whole thing. The Golden Seal. Always really, really liked this flick. It's about this, you know, these hunters trying to hunt this, you know, special limited edition, if you will, Golden Seal. It's kind of a rare thing. And this boy befriends him, and so it's kind of their adventure trying to keep him safe while these hunters and poachers try to kill him. They kind of form this bond, and they just have this adventure, you know, out in the wild. And yeah, it's just a good all-around family fun entertainment. And I do have this in a slipcase as well. And I was so happy when I found it, and then to find it in a clamshell, I didn't even know this existed. So I was pretty excited about that. And again, like I said, just because I saw this with my dad in a theater, and it was always one that I just always remembered it. I liked it, you know. And maybe the movie isn't the greatest movie, but the whole experience was for me. So it was nice to see, to find this. Next up, Beanie and Cecil. Now, I've seen episodes of this. The show itself was much before my time, as a Bob Clampett cartoon. And he's like this sea monster. Kind of like Puff the Magic Dragon, you know, the Loch Ness Monster, Ogopogo kind of deal. And he's friends with this kid. That's about pretty much all I can tell you. What I can also tell you is this was put out by Magic Window. And Magic Window was like an affiliate of RCA Columbia Home Video. And this sucker is still sealed. And I want to watch this. I'll probably just watch them on YouTube. But man, what a find. That thing's still sealed. And there's like I said, 6 episodes on the back, 45 minutes long, and they're just short little cartoons. But yeah, there's a piece of tape on the front. What the heck? Let's get that off there. Perfect. Mint. Yeah, just a fun one. Really cool to see this tape. And this tape itself was from 1985. This cartoon ran, I believe, from January to June 1962. Bob Clampett, and it was never really continued from then. So it was kind of like a very, very short lifespan for this flick, for this cartoon series. And it's interesting to me that they put this out in '85 just randomly with these 6 episodes on it. So just a cool collectible all around. You know, I'm going to position this prominently on the clamshell shelf. I'll do that right now, actually. And yeah, I don't really want to open it, but I will check out some of the other episodes on YouTube. It's definitely a cool find. Now, something a little more modern. The next couple here, guys, I look at these, they're great movies. I love these movies. And to me, it's just interesting. And some of you may be surprised to actually see this is on VHS. If you really think back, to me, these movies seem more recent. And the fact that they were right at the end of the VHS cycle was kind of neat to actually see them on VHS. And the first one is The Transporter. Love this movie. And, you know, I have it on DVD, etc. But yeah, just really kind of cool to see it as a rental on VHS. I believe this was like 2002, 2003. So yeah, I mean, in 2006, the last VHS was, released, on tape. But just one of those ones that you just don't really think of as being on VHS. So kind of a cool one. I always kind of liked having this in the collection. So I'm glad I found it. And Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl is another one. You think of this series, and it was still kind of going on here recently. And they're all pretty good movies, too. But this is one of those ones you don't really think about either being on VHS. And lo and behold, it is. So there's that. Pirates of the Caribbean. Really enjoy this one as well. And just a cool tape to have. Now, Vin Diesel. XXX. VHS. Very cool. Highly stylized adrenaline rush of a movie. Yeah, I mean, I really like this one. It's a good flick, too. I always liked him in this one. I'm a big Asia Argento fan. Say what you will about her, but man, I like watching her movies. I might have talked about this before, but if you get a chance to see one called Boarding Gate, her and Michael Madsen, woo! Steamy stuff, kooky, sexy, racy. Worth a look, Boarding Gate. There's XXX. And another one, Fast and the Furious, VHS. Very cool. Again, one of those ones you don't really kind of remember being on tape, but it was. If any of you guys remember renting these on tape, these last couple here, let me know in the comments below, because I think the first time I saw this was on DVD. But definitely a cool VHS release. Superior 777 video, 7-day rental. So there's that. And then a little bit before, now this one I kind of realized was on VHS because it was about 1998. But and it's hard to believe, man, that's 20 years ago this movie came out. The original X-Files movie, and it was a good one. I mean, that's 21 years ago. That's insane. I remember just like yesterday sitting in the theater watching this thing. Fantastic. But yeah, a cool tape. And I see quite a few of the episodes available on tape. It always came in those 3-packs, like there's so many seasons and episodes, and they would just put these out, because of the tape, it's this bulky thing, 3 episodes at a time, kind of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Kind of hard to collect all that unless you have like a whole room, right? But yeah, I always sort of see the same 3 or 4 episodes at the thrift shop. I don't know why. But this movie was really, really great, guys. If you have a chance to check that out, I'd see that as well. Next up. Everybody's favorite. They're on a mission from God. Boondock Saints with the embossed lettering. Very cool. Good movie in the tradition of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Of course, this was from 2000. I always thought this was a little bit older, but yeah, Boondock Saints, really, really cool. Willem Dafoe, Sean Patrick Flannery, and Norman Reedus, of course, and Billy Connolly. So that's a nice one to have. I never did have this tape in the collection, so gotta put that one in there. Definitely a good one. Here's another one, guys. Spawn, the special effects movie event of the year, Born in Darkness, Sworn to Justice. I saw this with like some kind of a weird lenticular cover. I should have picked it up, but I'm not a giant fan of this. It's good, but it's it's not my favorite flick of all time or anything. But I like the kind of color, whatever thing you got going on here. This sort of not holographic, but it's like a iridescent sort of thing, I guess you'd call it. Very cool. Pretty decent movie though, guys. Spawn. Get a chance, there's another one worth checking out. So there's that. Now here's one. Lou Diamond Phillips and Lori Petty. Okay, I like both of these characters, both of these actors. One Way In, One Way Out, Route 666, Route 666. Man, I really wanted to like this flick. I mean, look at the cover. And it's about this chain gang who got killed or shot or ran over, or I can't remember, their bus crashed or whatever out on the side of the road. And now anybody that passes through this Route 666, they murder them. And the gore in this thing, was cool that it was gore, but it was like all CGI and just, oh man, this movie sucks. Like it really, it's just a cool premise, great story premise, the whole thing, but just the execution of it, no pun intended, was not good. This is from 2001. I think I watched this on like, maybe I had this rented on a DVD. I can't remember where the hell I saw it the first time. But when I saw it on tape, I'm like, well, I'll just grab it. And I'll maybe watch it one more time. Something inside here. Yeah, that needs to be cleaned up. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not a good picture. Great idea. LDP and the whole thing. I mean, he's great. But, you know, for whatever reason, it just didn't really come together the way I thought it would. And so, yeah. But a cool, kind of a rare tape to find, so I grabbed it. In case I ever feel crazy enough to watch this again. I don't know. I'm disappointed on that one. Then I got a couple great lenticular kind of covers here, guys. Of course, the original Lost World Jurassic Park. This is a great one. All right. The T-Rex on the front. If you guys can kind of see that. Pretty decent. In nice shape. Yeah, you see these once in a while. The movie's so-so. But I kind of like these covers. You know, kind of like the old Jack Frost tape and Jack Frost 2. Stuff like that. And I'll probably do a video of some of these more obscure you know, covers like Dead Pit, Metamorphosis, and things like that I have. But I also have, you know, Uncle Sam here. You can see sitting here. Great, beautiful tape. Beautiful. I love that one a lot. And I also have Mirror Mirror here, guys, as well. This is like a hologram. Karen Black, Rainbow Harvest. Mirror Mirror, a reflection of pure terror. Look at that sucker. Now the effect isn't as good here as it, you know, would be if you're standing in front of the box. Like I said, I'll go through these another time with my Dead Pit, Metamorphosis, and things like that as well. It's kind of rare covers. But since we're talking about holograms, etc., 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 and lenticular covers, I figured those were worth a show you guys. And then the next one here was Independence Day. Another great cover. Pretty good movie too. You know, I don't think I'm going to be watching it anytime soon again, but definitely a cool one. And this one's still sealed from the studio. Free 3D live action art. Free poster offer, $5 mail-in rebate. Music World. Yeah, so there's that. Definitely cool. A couple more here, guys. Burt Reynolds. Sharky's Machine. Burt is Sharky. Nobody leans on Sharky's Machine. This is a cool one. This is the original Warner Brothers home video tape. It looks great. But yeah, this is a good one. If you like Burt Reynolds, I mean, this is good. Some cops are good at opening a case. Sharky knows how to finish one. Yeah, it's a good one. Man, I love his movies, and this cover is just fantastic. Right? Really cool. Imitation kind of neon lettering on the side. Really great. And here, guys, a couple of finds that I was pretty stoked about here. First one, guys, Leviathan, The True Meaning of Fear. Oh my God, like, I found it. It's great. Got a whole series of these. Kind of style, you know, creature, sea creature, kind of creature features and things. I really like the crocodile and alligator kind of stuff. Don't have any tapes. Got a pretty good collection of Blu-rays and DVDs of that style, though. We'll maybe go through that one of these times. But this is a great creature feature. Nice thriller. And yeah, just a nice one all around. Leviathan. Couldn't believe I found it. And last but not least, guys, the very rare. I was looking for this for a long time. You know, not actively, but I mean, you always keep your eye out for certain tapes. And I found it. Michael Mann's, guys, The Keep. I like this. I like the soundtrack to this. Michael Mann is great. I love his stuff. This was like his first picture, and it wasn't really like a crime heist sort of style like he likes to do. It was before that. And yeah, just you know, Gabriel Byrne, Robert Prosky, Jürgen Prochnow, Ian McKellen. Like, there's a lot of classic actors in here. This is worth checking out, guys, if you get a chance. And that cover, man. I mean, everybody's seen this cover. Especially back in the video store. You're walking around, the keep was always there. Hard one to find. But yeah, definitely a cool one, guys. Pretty excited about that one for sure. Great shape. I mean, I can really cross this off the list because I really wanted this tape for a long time. I didn't think I'd ever just stumble on it, and I did, so it was really, really cool. Anyways, guys, that wraps it up. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave me some comments below on any of these, guys. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe so you know when the next videos are coming out. Whether I'm showing off rare VHS covers or my crocodile Blu-ray and DVD collection, or VHS thrift hauls, VHS collection updates, and just all around horror reviews and stuff like that too, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.